Hi guys, and welcome to Excel VBA of Customer Billing System. This tutorial is actually at the request of one of my viewers out there. So let me show you guys how this works. Okay, we can always, let's say we add more value in there and just click on total. You can see what happened in there. And we can add all of this information that you guys see straight onto the list box here. So let's click on the list box and you guys will see that. So click on workbook and right there, that is it. That's information of Sally McQueen right there, and all of those information are also on the spreadsheet itself. So let's reset and you guys see how that works. Enter some more data in there. Let's say the name is Mary Moore, an address of Moore, number 3 there, Queens. Let's say it's Queens. Okay, and she is room whatever. Okay, there, and this is what she wants, and there we go. Click on total, and we can also add Mary Moore details straight onto the spreadsheet. Just click on that and there we go. That's it right there. Okay, and if you want, you'll see all of this information straight on the spreadsheet as well. If I exit out, I can show you guys that. Let's come straight onto the spreadsheet. There we go, and those are the information on the spreadsheet itself. That's Mary Moore's details. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we put one of these together. Let's do that now, guys. Hi, and welcome to Excel Customer Billing System. I'm going to start by going to File, just in case if you don't have the Developer tab there. Go to File, and right there make sure you select Options, and this dialog box should pop up. So what you want is the Customize ribbon. Click on the Customize ribbon, and there make sure the Developer tab is checked. If you are satisfied that that is checked, just click on OK. And right here now click on the Developer ribbon, select Visual Basic, and what we want is the VBA development environment here. So we need to select UserForm. So once you select Insert, select UserForm, the form should pop up. And right there, guys, that's the form. So the next thing is we need to define the size of this form. So let's come to the properties here, move that up, and the height, I think we can make that approximately 800. So let's come right down to width, and I'm going to make that about 1024 there. So let's come in here and see if we can change the back color. All right, drop that down, come right down here. If I select this, okay, let's go for, that is my back color. So I'm now going to select a frame. Okay, just draw a frame there, and this very frame, I'm going to change the color of this very frame. Let me change it to something a bit green. Okay, now copy this same frame, or just grab another one, draw it right inside, and let's change the color of that very frame to that. There, that's it. So I'm going to copy both frames and just copy it across. Well, first thing first, get rid of the content I have in there, and this one as well. Get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. Now let's add some other component on board. So I'm going to need label, just paste label there, and the text box. And for this very label and text box, let's change the size to, let's go for about 16. Okay, select 16, make that bold. Yeah, I can now just hold on to the control, copy and drag. Okay, hold down, copy and drag, and maybe 2 more right there. There. Now I'm going to copy all of this and just hold down to the control, drag it over to the other side. Okay, we're almost there. Right, so that is sorted. The next thing now we need now is, let me add a list box. Yeah, list box is fine. Right there. Okay. Alright, the next thing I'll now do is click on this and just drag it down a little bit. Repeat the same thing for this. Undo that. Just bring it down there. And in here, we're going to need another frame. One here. Get rid of the content we have in there. And just copy that various frame, paste it in here, and one here. Right, so let's add buttons. Let's come in here, that's a button there, one here. Hold down to the control, click and drag, two. And we're gonna need some text in here though. Click, drag and drop that in here. Then we need buttons here. Paste that in here. Right, so let's run it and see how the whole interface looks like. This is how my interface looks like, so a bit of amendment need to be carried out anyway. Okay, let me just take care of the whole interface and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Now this is how it looks, so I'm going to just close that. So what I want to do now is to start entering some, let's enter some data in there. So I'm going to call that customer reference, and this is going to be, let's say, first name and surname. So I'm going to just speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, this is how it looks like. Let me run it so that you guys see what I'm talking about. There we go. Well, none of this works yet, so let's exit. First thing first, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save it right inside this folder, customer billing system. That'll be the name, customer billing system, and right here then select Excel macro enable and then click on save. There we go, saved now. Right, so let's come straight to this exit. Let's double click on the exit, and right there, those are the lines of code for the exit. Okay, a variable declared, and the variable is then assigned a message box with the following content. Okay, let's go back in here. Now let's take care of resets. In the case of the reset, I'm going to make reference to this frame, that's frame 2, and what frame is this? Frame number 5. And this, what's the name of this? Let's give that list box a name. So we just call that display. That's for the list box. And this is going to be text box, txt tax, txt subtotal, subtotal, and txt total. So I can delete all of those as well, or reset them as well. Okay, all done. Now double click on the reset, and right there I'm going to paste that. That is, those are the lines of code for the content on frame 2, and this is frame 2. Okay, and the next one, this is frame 5. So for the frame 5, I might as well just copy this and just change it around. There we go. Let's change this to S, and there we go. And this is frame 5. As for the others, I have txt, dot text equals clear, and the other two, txt subtotal there, then txt total there, finally ls. Okay, that's display there. Okay, so from here down here, those are my lines of code for reset. So let's run it and see. Enter some content in there. Okay. Alright, reset. Let's see what happened. Okay, this one is nuts. Let's see, what's the name? LST, double click, come in here, paste that in there. Let's say dots clear. Alright, dot clear. Okay, that's much better. So let's say there's something in here. Right, that's fine. And exit works as well. Okay, now let's take care of this. I want all of the content in here, and in here I want them to go straight onto the workbook, and the total is to add the value that we have in here. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. So let's take care of those two. Exit, yes. Okay, let's double click on the workbook button and right down here. The first thing I would like to do there is I'm going to declare as follows: dim WKSR's worksheet. That would be worksheet. Okay. Right. Now declare another one there. I'm just going to call that add new as the range. Now let's set worksheet as sheet number 1. So what I'm trying to do in here is every single data in here, I would like to add them straight onto my worksheet. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. So, and I'm going to be using the workbook button to do that. So the next thing I will do now is let me set add new equals worksheet dot the range, and for the range I'm going to make that 65,000 plus. So that would be 65,356 there. Make sure you put that in quotes dot, let's say end. Okay, and that's going to be X up, this very one. Include that dot offset, and that is going to be 1/0. There we go. So let's add the very first one. The first one I'm going to add will be that of the customer. Add new dot offset. That is going to be 0, 0. Close that dot value, and the value equals txt customer dot text. So that's my very first one. The second one I can still recall that surname, first name and surname. I think I have address there, so that will be first name, this is surname, address, and let's change this. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna copy this and speed up the whole process, because I'm gonna need about, let's say 18 of those there. Okay guys, I'll finish up with the coding for that, and I've also included that of the tax, subtotal, and total. There's one more thing, and that is to do with that of the list box. I've also added that of the list box because I want all of the information to be displayed on the list box, so have a good look at it. But if I run the program now, this is what you guys will see, but there won't be any headings or anything. Let's say that's customer details and the name is Dave, and let's just say South End. Okay, in the case of these ones, I'm going to make those up because there's nothing in there. So all I'm going to do now is just click on that. Okay, you see all of those information right in here. Okay, and I also have them on my list box. So if I keep clicking, there we go. You see that, guys? I also have them on the worksheet. Yeah. So all of this data, you should be able to see them on the worksheet. But the total is not working, so every single value here is wrong. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit out. In fact, let me show you guys all of this information on my worksheet. There they are on the worksheet. But as you can see, the worksheet has there's no title there. Or okay, let's just enter those titles anyway, and then we'll take it from there. And this is going to be first name, surname, and let's just speed that up. Okay, they all now have titles, so I'm just gonna make that bold. So maybe increase the font size as well. Let's make that about, yeah, maybe 12 or 14. That's fine. Right, so save that as well, and let's get back to our interface, user form. So let's run it again and see. There we go. You see the headings are now displayed. Right, that's fine. So I'm going to confirm that I've finished up with that very part of it. So let's take care of the total now. So in the case of total, we need all of this. Maybe we should declare an array. So let's come in here, double click on total. So right there, I'm going to say, let's say dim cakes or cake, whatever. Let's go for about 15 of those as double. Right, the very first one is going to be, let's say this, and paste that there. Instead of copying this, okay, let me just copy this to speed things up. I'm going to copy all of this here, right, and just change it around. So the very first cake there, paste that in there, and that will be 0 equals 0 there. Okay, array always start from 0, so that's the very first one. This will be the second one. And so on. Then we take care of the calculation. Right. And let's just change the numbers around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we need to multiply this by the cost of each item. Okay, and let's just make up the the cost for each item, and I will maybe speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, we now have the value for each of the cakes, so let's do one more thing. So that would be number 8. Number 8 equals adding all of the values together. That would be cakes number 0, 0, and add it to number 1. Let's grab number 1 there, and so on. So copy that and just paste it around. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. Right. So this will be subtotal. There we go. And that's wrong. That should be here. Get rid of this. For the total, undo that mistake. For the total, that will be 8 plus this plus whatever I'm going to have in there. That might be for 9. That will give me the, that's what I'll use to work out my tax. Let's say multiply by 0.7. okay, divide that by 100. That should give me the tax, right? And that should be 9. Cut that off. Let's say number 9 for that. Right, that's cake 9. There we go. Right. So right here, the first thing I've done here is work out. That's supposed to be my tax. You can always declare tax there if you want. You can just say dim, maybe I tax as double, and I tax in this case equals this. So that's our I tax. So in that case, so the tax, instead of entering that, you just put that in there. That's the tax. So we work out the tax and store that in here, assign that here, and tax is then assigning to here, and so on. Okay, there. Okay, let's try this out. I'm just gonna go up here and run it. Let's see. We're gonna enter whatever value in there, and let's see. We click on that. There we go. But supposing we don't have anything in here, and what's gonna happen? Okay, let's see. Alright, let's say we add zeros and delete whatever we have. What will happen? We have an error. Okay, so let's do something about that. Okay, let's end that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. You see this? Let's copy all of this. You might be wondering, what am I going to do with that? I'm just going to paste that. No, I'm going to paste it right in here. Yeah, let's paste it right here, and I will then use an if statement here. So if whatever we have in here is nothing, then I want this, I want it to convert it to 0 for me. Enter a 0 here and end if. So if you look at what's going on here, is what if whatever value you have in that, in those text box, if it's empty, just change it to 0. So let's try that out now. There's nothing in there. There we go. You see that it's working fine. Right, let's enter values here. That is good, but one more thing, we need pound sign here. We know the value or the amount of cakes that we want, but we need pound sign. Let's grab a pound sign on board. So double click on that and let's come right down here and enter pound sign right here. So I'm just going to say and let's see if that's going to work. Paste and okay. So let's try this out. If it doesn't work, then we use another method. So let's come in here. There we go. It's working. No, I don't like 6. Right there. Okay. Okay, but there's another problem. You can see this value, so we need to find a way to at least convert it to just 2 decimal places. So let's reset and exit here. So let's go back into total right here. So let's try this out. Random as a function within VBA itself. 2. I think that should work. Okay, and let's repeat the same thing here as well. Let's see if that's gonna work. Okay. Run, comma 2. That's just for this. Alright, let's come in here and do this. Let's see. Okay, what about this other one? And let's say comma 2 here as well. Okay. No, there's a 2 missing. Right. So let's run it down, see what's gonna happen. Enter whatever in there. And there we go, guys. You see that? Now it's working as expected. Supposing we then enter some details here and name here. Let's say Paul Ullman. And address number 1. Let's say Godson Road. PO Box 1 QT. Mobile number. Email address. Or gmail.com. Gender male. Proof of ID pilot license. Room number. Okay, that's my room in this very hotel. If I click on total, yeah, let's just add something else and click on total. Add it to the workbook. There we go. Look at the information on the workbook. Look at that. Okay, and we also have it on the spreadsheet. There we go, guys. So just for your information, this tutorial is actually at a request of one of my viewers out there. Okay, guys, so okay, there's an error I would like you guys to be aware of, which I'm going to correct now. You see, if I click on reset, because the data I have in here are directly from the spreadsheet itself, there will be an error. Look at that, there is an error. And there, so what I'm going to do is, I was not meant to clear that itself, so I'm just going to delete that. So you guys just remember to take care of that, and that is it. So if I populate that, reset, nothing will happen, so that's fine. With that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and you all have a nice day now, and bye for now.